you're involved with any kind of psychic attack, entity attack, even a demonic attack, like the worst kind, whatever you want to call it, it does all come down to you and your, you say, your natural defenses. And if you look outside of yourself, I mean, there's a lot of techniques and methods and rituals and things that you can do and substances you can use, which can be used to help you. But when it all comes down to it, it's you and your intentions and your energy and how they are aligned. And if I teach a very non-dual approach to this, which is the key to actually making sense of this. Because if you looked at it like I have, this is a vastly complex field. And it's like looking at the field of psychology, and you've just asked me to explain psychology. It's like, it's a big order, Yeah. It's okay. It's like looking at the ocean and saying, okay, tell me about the life of the ocean, how things work, Right. It's like, okay, you got 10 minutes, And I start off by saying it's really wet. and salty. Yeah, very salty. Yeah. There's seaweed and there's waves, and you start from there. I'm digressing a bit here, having a bit of fun, but I've made some breakthroughs in this area over the last year, and again, it all comes back to you and your connection with your higher aspects, your higher self, the source of the universe. And if you are connected with your higher aspects, your divine aspects, you have a direct connection. In fact, you are source energy. And if you realize that you are source, you are directly connected to the creator of the universe, to the substance of the universe, and you have within you the ultimate power. And if you connect with this energy and start using it, then if anything negative is attacking you, you will repel it. And in the process of doing this, you will learn through personal experience how the universe works. And your higher self will bring people to you and experiences to you, and you will learn from these. Somebody told me the other day, I got a message, like a download for a friend, and in your life as a mystic, in your spiritual development understanding, it's a massive series of lessons here. And you think to yourself, well, I've got angels and good things coming to me, and I've had some evil spirits come to me, and demons and bad experiences as well. And Source says to me, I only ever send you angels. Now, the personal evidence is, of course, you're getting these bad things as well as some good things happening to you. But if you examine the statement there, it's very, very succinct. I only ever send you angels. You could rephrase that to say, I only ever send you the lessons that you need to learn in order to do what you intend. And if you look at people who go a long way in this area, like yourselves, now, and you may start, let's say, you start out and you express very, very clearly over a long period of time your desire for knowledge, your desire for truth, your desire to help people, to help the world. And most people are doing this, and I did myself, express this extremely clearly with a huge amount of energy and time put into that through prayers and affirmations and actions that you want to help the world and make a difference. And in order to do that, you need knowledge, you need truth, you need experience.
That's
then,
awesome.
Then at some point, you find bad things happening. You're trying to help a person, or say a child comes to you, that's got a really bad problem, and people heard that you know something about this, and they present you with like happened to me, a 5-year-old child suffering full-blown demonic possession. And you try and help this child, and you end up with enormous problems, massive attacks and things happening, and you say, why me, why me, why me, I'm doing good things, I'm full of love and light, and I'm focused on that, but why is this bad stuff happening to me? Now I've got poltergeists in my house, and this and that, and yeah. It's like out of a horror story, and this happens. You say, why is it happening? Because you asked for it. You asked for the truth. You asked for personal experience and lessons which would allow you to progress. And when we're talking about enlightenment here towards realization, right. You need to realize the truth of the universe. And the only way you can do that is to walk the walk, through personal experience. Every master and teacher will tell you this: you must proceed through personal experience. There is no replacement. I mean, how can you get realization out of a book? Enlightenment. No, there are no words for that. People can explain it in 1,000 different ways, and they've tried. But you take that and you read that, so that was nice. What else you got?
Yeah, I've heard that story before.
Yeah. Don't get it.
Yeah, it's hands-on,
Yeah, that's right.
So how can you understand what the beach is like? I could describe it to you. Let's say you've lived in a city your whole life. I could describe it to you, but you're never going to know what it's like until you actually go to the beach.
Right. That story that you were just alluding to, Robert, that's the only book that I've ever given away to somebody who I thought needed it because he was going through some really horrific stuff. And I said, here, a friend of mine, this is a book that a friend of mine wrote. It's called Practical Psychic Self-Defense. And I gave it to him. And I couldn't handle that book. And I gave it to him, and he couldn't handle the book. He had to get rid of the book. And it's really heavy-duty, scary stuff in there. And, yeah, I don't envy you for having to go through those particular experiences. I'm quite content with my own horrific experience.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't choose to go through those experiences. They happened to me because I asked for the truth. I asked for personal experience. I asked to learn. And, I was presented with a lot of situations where a lot of bad stuff was going on. And, I was nearly killed a number of times in getting involved with these things, helping people. But, I mean, giving the book away is like turning people away at my door. You've got something wrong, you must be mentally ill, therefore go away and leave me alone in my little, my little illusion here. With everything is love and light, and there are no bad things. There are no boogie monsters and things under the bed and monsters in the cupboard and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I believe your account. It was, my friend was like, there was banging in the closet at night and, things going on in his house, and I gave it to him. And then he couldn't handle it. Like, I read it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty heavy duty. And then his roommate told me that this stuff was going on with him, so I gave it to him, and he was just like, I can't handle that book.
I mean, a lot of people have told me the same thing. Why did you write that book? I don't like it. I can't handle it. I can't read it. Whatever. But if anything really bad happens to you, you're going to need to go down and find that book. Because
that's right.
It has methods in there which you will need. And the problem is, why I recommend people read this, because if you come under a major energetic psychic attack of any kind here, that is so destabilizing that you are rendered incapable of using meditation, prayer techniques and stuff, anything that you could have done, other ways of doing it, basically developing yourself to a point where you're out of the reach of that sort of thing. I had this argument with the editor who actually edited that book, and this was a major argument. 20-page letters going back and forth with dozens of people watching, and I won the argument. Because in the end I asked him, I said, okay, he had a very holistic view of life,